Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible franchise isn't slowing down anytime soon, with Mission Impossible 8 slated for a summer 2025 release date following the huge success of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 with Hayley Atwell, Pom Klementieff, and Rebecca Ferguson. Not every installment in the franchise has been a home run, though Mission Impossible Fallout is a notable standout worthy of much praise. For one thing, it proved that a movie franchise that's already delivered 5 previous installments can be made to feel brand new, like it just came off the assembly line. Moments like Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, hesitating just before jumping out a window also underscored how a delicate presence of comedy, which lent levity to the proceedings without turning everything into a spoof of itself, has always been a secret weapon for the Mission Impossible movies. Oh, and there's also the barrage of incredibly well-filmed stunts, each more impressive than the last. Arguably one of the greatest achievements of Fallout, though, is the way it let Henry Cavill come alive as an actor. Previously best known for playing Superman, Cavill played the villainous August Walker/John Lark in Fallout, a role that let the actor put on a big mustache and flex his imposing muscles. Cavill certainly wasn't a bad actor before he did Fallout, but this Mission Impossible installment gave him a chance to demonstrate new exciting sides of himself as a performer. Hollywood had been trying for so long to turn Cavill into a conventional hero, but Fallout proved he was always destined to be a delicious baddie. In Hollywood filmmaking, especially when it comes to endeavors that are going to cost a pretty penny to make, there are often incredible restrictions on what a leading man can and cannot do. These movies are usually designed from the ground up to be as appealing as possible, which means the protagonists of such features need to be as generic as one could imagine. Flavorless characters are also characters who don't carry any spicy personality traits or physical attributes that could alienate the general public. For modern big-budget projects, it's easy to quickly discern that beefcakes with vague personas, usually Caucasian dudes with nary a trace of queerness, are Hollywood's go-to model for blockbuster leads. Henry Cavill fit the bill nicely when he got his first big-budget movie role in Immortals, following small parts in projects ranging from Stardust to Whatever Works. Most well-known at that point for his work on the TV show The Tudors, Cavill had the traditional good looks one would expect from a new Hollywood leading man. In fact, he seemed so primed and ready to be the next uber-conventional star that Cavill's next big leading man part was as Superman in Man of Steel. This was a gig that was meant to make Cavill a symbol of hope for a new generation and solidify him as a box office draw. Unfortunately, Cavill's work starting with Man of Steel never offered him much room to show off his range or distinctive qualities. The take on Superman he was handed just didn't have much meat on the bones thematically and didn't offer him much to do. Meanwhile, Cavill's work in The Man from UNCLE as a leading man in 2015, taking on the character of Napoleon Solo, was a big reason that feature came so close yet so far to realizing its potential. The cheeky bawdiness of UNCLE was sporadically enjoyable, but Cavill didn't exude much sexual charisma nor did he lend much personality to his comedic line deliveries. Cavill was continuing to be easy on the eyes, but he didn't quite work as either an uber-serious Superman or a commanding yet horny superspy. Cavill's earliest leading man role showed glimmers of promise, but never quite cohered into satisfying wholes. By contrast, his work as August Walker/John Lark in Fallout was brimming with personality and finally showed this performer coming into his own. There was no deeply rooted secret here for why Cavill turned out to be so fun as a villain. It really was the simple things, like the shockingly solid chemistry Cavill had with Cruise, that made his performance click. It didn't hurt, too, that Fallout felt like the first of Cavill's big blockbuster roles to really lean into his innate physicality and frame. Just take a look at that iconic bathroom scene.